Good morning. So, as I'm doing my morning cardio, I have come to the realization that I wanted to share, good girl traits, what to look out for in the vetting process as a man, whether to know if she's a good girl, whether she's like a keeper, just basically green flags, like indications to know if she's someone long term, okay? And I'm going to assume that you're going to want something long term, okay? This is not for someone that wants to just like root and boot or anything like that. I'm assuming that you're wanting love, you're wanting long term commitment, but you obviously want it with the right person, because the wrong person can destroy your life and waste a lot of time and energy. Yes, you will learn from the mistakes, but I'm here to save you from learning from those mistakes, okay? I'm in my 30s. Got plenty of experience with dating women, especially in my 20s, right? Plenty of experience. Like, those that know me, that if you know, right? Like, don't have to fucking sit there trying to, prove myself, okay? So those that actually know me know what I was about in my 20s, and they knew how I was in my 20s, okay? Like, that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to assume that you're a fit and healthy male. You're dedicating yourself to improving your lifestyle, yourself, your mental health's in order, you physically look good, you're at least sitting between 8 to 12% body fat, so you're physically in a good shape, you love yourself, you've got self-love, you're confident to some degree, okay? Obviously confidence gets built over time, but you've got confidence in yourself, you got confidence in your own skin, and now you're ready to just you're ready to see what's out there, and you want to eventually meet a queen, meet a girl that's going to be like a ride or die, like someone who's actually going to have your back, someone that's not going to actually give up on you. And the good girls out there, I'm telling you, from all my past girlfriends were good girls. Like one was a bit of a crazy, but she was a good girl still, but she was crazy. Like, she didn't cheat, she didn't do anything like that, but she was a bit hot-headed, right? Like, but that's all right. Like, you live and learn. But I've always been fortunate enough to date good girls, and I've got a good radar detection for good women. So I'm speaking from wisdom and experience. So hope I can help you on your journey to meeting the right girl and save you the heartache of going through wasting time with the wrong people, right? So, or the wrong woman. But more or less, I'm just going to get into it. So, green flags. Okay, so a green flag green flag number one, I would say, would be when she meets up with you on a date, or let's say you're spending time together, she does not go on her phone. Her phone sits there in her handbag, and she purely keeps herself present. She purely acknowledges that you're there, okay? And she purely is present in conversations with you, okay? She doesn't sit there scrolling. Like, that's a red flag. If a girl's purely just scrolling on her phone and she's not present with you on the date, she's not interacting with you, she's not laughing with you, like, and you're not doing anything wrong. You've got your phone on silent, whatever it might be, you've just got it turned upside down. That's what I normally do. I just keep it upside down on a table if I'm on a date, and yeah, I just invest my time into that person. That's the whole point of the date, right? Like, you're not there to do what you do outside a date on a date, right? That's rude. I find that very disrespectful, very rude, and yeah, that's just a no. That's a no-go zone for me with a girl. She has to give me her undivided attention, and I shouldn't have to tell her to get off the phone, because the moment I have to tell her to do these things, I get turned off, and I just find it rude, and it's kind of like, one date, see you later, goodbye. But a good girl, on the other hand, will not be on her phone, okay? She won't be scrolling. She won't be addicted like that. She would be present in the moment to creating conversations with you, okay, and laughing with you and just getting along with you. She'll just be genuine in that sense, right? So a good girl won't be scrolling on her phone. She'll be giving her attention to you. She'll just want to get to know you. she'll just basically have all eyes on you, right? That's basically how it is. So that's a green flag, okay? So that's green flag number 1. Green flag number 2, good girl trait would be that she has a close relationship with her family, okay? Now, this is huge for me as well. Like, she has to, look, unfortunately we can't, like, some girls, you know, might have lost their parents from a young age. They might come from single parent households, but there are still good girls out there that come from single parent households. Is she close with that person? Like, let's say her mum and dad split up. Her father is, you know, not living with her. She lives with her mum. But is she spending time with her father? Like, does she have room for a masculine figure in her life still? Like, is she someone that still, you know, organises time to meet up with her dad, go for dinner, you know, speak to her dad on the phone, catch up with her dad, go to her dad's place, you know, go for a coffee? Is she still keeping her father in her life, okay, if the father is in her life? Is she close with her mum? Like, are they like friends? Like, do they, you know, go for walks together? Do they go shopping together? Like, do they have a close bond with each other? Okay, that's huge for me. Family is a green flag. Like, having a girl who's close with her family, I'm highly attracted to that, and that's a really good trait that a good girl will have, right? Because she's grateful for having her family in her life, and she shows her gratitude by keeping them close to her, right? Because they mean a lot to her. And me as a man, and you as a man, you should be curious about who's made this girl, right? Like, as in, like, where has she come from? Who's the mum and dad responsible for creating this girl? I want to know. I want to speak to them. I want to, you know, you should always want to get to know your girl's parents and stuff like that. You should see what kind of people they are. She come from a loving home. Like, you should want to, like, know, right? And a girl is going to really appreciate you if you take the time and effort to, you know, find out, like, who raised her. Like, I'm always curious, who raised this girl? Who's the father? What's he like? What's the mum like? You know, yeah, that's another thing. But green flag is she keeps her family close to her. Look, unfortunately, some girls don't have, like, a mother and father, like, for you know, reasons. So does she keep her grandparents close? If she has only an auntie or uncle raising her, like, does she keep them close in her life? Like, is she keep making effort with her family? Basically, that's a good girl attractive trait, okay? She keeps her family close, so that's a good girl trait. Scheduling dates. Now, when you schedule dates, because you're the man, right? Like, you're the one that should be leading, okay? As a masculine figure, you should be saying, hey, free Wednesday, let's catch up for dinner, I'd love to see you. Unless it's a day where she's got, like, overtime work, she's got work, you know, they're understandable reasons, like last minute, if work had to come up and she had to cancel, all right, cool. But I'm saying, like, majority of the time, all the dates that you make with her, like dinner dates, being romantic, taking her out, she should, if she says yes, she has to keep her word, right? The biggest turn off I find with women is if they start flaking. Like, a girl doesn't flake if she's invested in getting to know you, if she likes you, right? A girl starts flaking when she has other options in her life, when she starts putting you in a different category, she's too concerned about too many guys giving her attention, hitting her up on the DMs, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these are little signs that she's not a good girl, right? Like, she's just purely there for attention or whatever it might be. But a genuine good girl would be like, yeah, I'm free Wednesday, let's meet up. Like, she's keen to meet up with you just as much as you're keen to meet up with her, right? So that's another good girl trait. They keep their word, they stick to it, and they don't mess around like that. They don't cancel on you. And if they do cancel, which, look, sometimes in life there's unforeseen circumstances that we shouldn't judge or let it get to us. So what, as a man, my advice to you is, look, if it's something that's work, like if they, let's say, like, you made a date on Wednesday and then Tuesday she messaged you, goes, hey, I'm so sorry, but tomorrow I've got to work overtime. There's literally no one to cover this shift and I'm going to have to work it. I'm so sorry, but can we do Thursday or Friday instead? That is perfect. She's giving you an ultimatum to say, look, I'm so sorry that I can't commit to meeting you on this date, but please don't judge me. I'm available on these 2 days. So she's basically saying to you that she is sorry that she can't meet up with you on the day that we both agreed on meeting up. However, are you free on these 2 days? So she gives you an ultimatum to say, are you free on those 2 days? Don't say, yeah, I'm free on Thursday and Friday. Yeah, like don't be too needy like that. But just say, yeah, okay, Friday works. Let's speak tomorrow about it, and we'll see. Friday seems good for now. Let's chat tomorrow, right? Keep it brief like that, because work might come up again with her, and then it's going to piss you off, right? So just like, don't look too into it. She said Thursday, Friday. She's giving you signs that she wants to see you again. Okay, don't think she's flaking you in this circumstance. She wants to see you again. So give her the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, we're all human beings. We all have to be understanding to a degree, and that's fair. That's reasonable, for my opinion, right? So that's a good girl trait. Another good girl trait is she doesn't have so many guy friends. Like, she has only like a couple of close girlfriends, and when I say a couple of close girlfriends, like she's got like maybe 2 or 3 good girlfriends. Okay, they're all good girls, like they purely want the best for her. She doesn't hang with a big group of like 7 girls and 7 guys and they all end up going out all the time. Like, she keeps her circle very close because she appreciates the good-hearted people in her life, right? The good girls that are in her life, she keeps them. I've met plenty of girls that have said, oh, this girl, she talks shit about me, but then yet they're best friends. Like, all this bullshit, it's like fucking blah blah blah, right? So those are the girls that have fucking issues. Like, they're knowing the person's treating them like shit, yet they keep them close to them. That shows me that you don't have self-love, you lower your standards as a person, and yeah, you just don't value yourself as a person. So if you don't value yourself, then you've got like some issues that you need to fix right before dating. So that's a red flag. But green flag is she has a small circle. She doesn't have hundreds of guy friends. She might have a couple of guy mates from work, okay, like mates, because like they work in the same division together, but she doesn't sit there meeting up with them one-on-one or anything like that. Whenever she, might meet up with these guys, it's like a work function where it's like she's with her girls, the guys from her team are there as well, okay, they have a drink together, and then she goes home. She doesn't just like, or she goes out, but like she doesn't purely just go on one-on-one dates or anything like that with these guys. Like, they're purely just work. She keeps it work. She doesn't mingle her outside life with work. She just keeps work, and that's it, right? So that's okay, leave it at that. Another good girl trait would be she's not in the club every weekend, man. She ain't in the club. She's not seeking external validation to get attention. All right, this is huge, because a lot of girls do this, and not all, I'm telling you now, not all. A lot of girls do this. The ones that seek attention, that have issues, they're in the club every weekend getting attention of guys, okay? And for you to consistently get, women like attention, it's just the way they're hardwired, right? But if you're consistently shaking your ass in the club and seeking validation that way, you're just being desperate, right? And that's a red flag. That's a red flag, because you're seeking external validation. A good girl will spend her weekends like this. She'll either be into yoga, she'll either be into her fitness classes that she attends to, because it brings her happiness. So she looks after her mental well-being, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. Good girl will look after her mental well-being. She'll be like, this weekend I'm just going to have like a detox weekend where like me and the girls, we're just going to go to like a spa, and after the spa we're just going to have like something to eat, and then I'm going to go home, read a book, and just relax tonight, and she'll be one of those girls that are trying to improve herself as well. That's why I say, when you're on self-improvement, you end up meeting a girl that wants to self-improve her life, or you can always be the role model as well by self-improving. By self-improving, you rub off on her, but that's a different avenue to talk about. But I'm just keeping this sort of real about green flags, okay? And so she won't spend the weekends seeking external validation. She'll spend the weekends trying to, whether it's work on her business, work on herself, look after her mental health. You know, she might even go to the gym. She goes to the gym, she looks after her fitness. Like, she's got her priorities in the right state. She doesn't, you know, she's got no bad habits. And that was my next green flag. She doesn't have addiction. She's not addicted to drugs or alcohol, okay? The moment the girl has a drink every weekend, red flag, don't go for that. The good girls don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do drugs, they don't do anything like that, right? They're into like healing, you know, self-improving for a woman, reading, you know, stuff like that. So good girls don't have bad habits like that, right? They've got good habits, and they look after their skin, they look after, you know, that's just attractive. Like, good girls look after themselves, they look after their nails, they look after, you know, they make sure that they're well-roundedly presentable, okay? So that's another good girl trait. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, just to keep it very, very simple, like, I don't want to sit there naming every single thing, but these are the main things, right? The last one I'll end it with actually is, a good girl trait is she knows what she wants in life, okay? A lot of girls will waste your time in the dating scene saying they love to date for the attention. You know, you take them out, you take them to a nice place for dinner, you're like, what do you want? You know, like, what are you seeking out of this? Like I like to be straight up with my girls. If I'm going to date them, I don't want to waste no time, okay? You know, some people might tell you otherwise, like, don't be too full on. I don't give a fuck, yeah? I'm here not on the intention just to take you out for dinner for fun or to be a friend, right? I'm here because in my life, I know that I want to seek something long term, and I know what I want. I want someone long term. I want a long term partner. I want loyalty. I want trust. You know, I want us to build a mutual respect level towards each other, and eventually I want to have kids with you. That's what I want. Like, that's exactly what I want. So a good girl will know what she wants. She won't be like, oh yeah, I don't know, like, just seeing what happens, you know, just dating and seeing what happens. Like, that's a girl that's going to date you plus fucking 50 other guys, right? We don't have time for that shit. We know what we want as men, and we want the same. We want a woman, because there are plenty of women out there, okay? Even my girl that I'm with right now, she knew what she wanted. They know what they want, right? Like, they know what they want. They say things like, I want to settle down. Like, they don't act desperate about it, but they say, yeah, look, I want to settle down. I want something serious. You know, eventually I want to, you know, have kids with the right person. They might not say with you. Obviously, they're not going to say with you, because that's a bit creepy, but they're going to say, I want to have kids with the right person. You know, when you look at all the other green flags that I explained on this video, like, you know, her having a good bond with her family, you know, all those sort of things, like all those good traits, when you add that up, and she says this, saying, you know, I'm looking for something long term, you know, I'm wanting to eventually, you know, get married, have kids, you know, have a partner that I can trust, you know, after you say what you want, or you can even ask her first, you know. But when you have the other green flags that I've mentioned before, this last green flag, she's going to be telling the truth, man. Like, it's all going to be adding up. And when she knows what she wants as a woman, and she's looking after her health, her mental health, she's self-improving, she's not shaking ass in the club, you know what I mean, blah blah blah, you're going to know that she's serious, right? And then you're going to think, oh, okay, cool, well, this girl knows what she wants, I know what I want. She's going to sense that too. She's going to be like, all right, he knows what he wants, he's on self-improvement, he's self-disciplined as a man, I'm going to take what he says, like everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm going to believe what he says, because you can't fake it, right? Like, you can't fake that bullshit, or you'll get called out, like, eventually. But she'll be able to read that, you'll be able to read that, and then you'll just basically, like, it just flows naturally, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it happened with me and my current girlfriend that I'm with right now. You'll notice that as well, right? You'll notice that everything becomes easy with the relationship as long as you are both on the same wavelength of what you want, right? As I said, this video is for those that wanting to settle and find love eventually. I'm not saying rush into it, but eventually you're going to want to settle down, right? You're going to want to live with a pure heart, and you're going to want to have a partner who appreciates you, right? So that's one. I'm going to give you a bonus as well, all right? When you do, there's a bonus green flag. When you do get in a relationship with a girl, okay, let's say you're dating for a bit, and you say you're sick, all right? This is a huge one. When she, like, you can't expect when you're sick for your friends, like your guy mates, to look after you, all right? We're just not wired that way. We'll be like, bro, fuck that, go to the doctor, yeah? But, like, if you're sick, like you've got a cold or flu or something, and she's your missus, okay, she's genuinely your girlfriend, or you're dating her, you've been dating for a couple of months, right? Whatever it might be, she will do whatever it takes to make you feel better, okay? So she will bring you some food, she'll bring you some medicine, she'll come and rub your head, she'll maybe give you a massage, right? Like, all good girls that genuinely care for their man, that genuinely love, or if you're in that like stage, whatever it might be, right? They put in effort when you're sick. Like, because we know, look, I'm going to admit as well, as a man, I can't look after myself for shit, right? When I'm sick, like a couple of times during the year, feels like I'm dying, yeah? I know we're a little bit soft like that as men, but we need like a mother figure around when we're sick, right? Like, it just gives us that it gives it a nice natural touch, yeah? It's very soothing to have a woman's, you know, healing touch when you're sick. It's like, oh, I honestly, if I'm sick, all I want is my girlfriend to be around. Like, I want her to be around, and it just makes everything so much better, right? Like, so us men can be babies in those situations, right? Like, but that's okay. A couple of times a year being a bit, you know, vulnerable, needing a girl to look after us, that's okay, right? That's fair enough. So if she's a good girl, she'll look after you when you're sick. She'll go to the store, get you some cold and flu tablets, she'll rub your head, she'll give you a massage, like give you a back rub, and because she genuinely cares. Like, you don't have to tell her to go do it. She genuinely wants you to feel better. Like, she doesn't like when her man is feeling down and sad and not performing at 100%, because she's so used to, that's why I say you need to be on self-improvement. She's so used to seeing you in such a positive, energetic manner, that seeing you so down and torn and sad and you know what I mean, is not normal. So she's gonna want to see you happy, so she'll do whatever she can to get you bouncing back to being that productive, you know, man, right? Like, on his mission, on his purpose, on his grind. So trust me, on the other end of the spectrum, a red flag girl, when you're sick, she'll be like, she'll be in the club, she'll be meeting up with her friends, she'll choose her friends over you, she'll cancel and say, look, I was going to come over today, but something's come up. Like, all this crap, right? Like, they're signs, okay? Unless it's a legitimate reason, okay? But look, you're not stupid, okay? So she will look after you when you're sick, all right? So these are the tips, okay, that I've given you, just purely speaking wisdom from my heart, okay? I don't have no script that I'm reading off, nothing like that. This is purely just experience, wisdom, knowledge that I'm sharing with you. Hope you can apply it so you don't have to go through the heartache and the pain of learning the hard way. Okay, sometimes in life we have to learn the hard way. Unfortunately, fortunately I should say, I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned with things that didn't work, and I'm here to share my wisdom with you. Yeah, so I hope you found this video valuable. If you like this video, give it a like. If you resonate with what I'm saying, if I've helped you in any way, please subscribe, because it really helps boost my brand new channel. And yeah, I'll just keep continuing to bring, you know, drop value for you. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.